This is our universal swivel belt. It's a fantastic design on a product. It's so simple, but for some reason there's nothing else out there like it. Simply just clip it around your client or patient's waist, and what happens is you're able to actually create a situation where you can add resistance to them and move them in all different directions as the resistance continues to pull. So it gives them true freedom of movement. You're not locked into one solid anchor. So we're going to use this for our several different applications, and that's how simple it is. You just put it on like a belt and then clip them in. All right, with our universal swivel belt, this is a great application for fall prevention when you don't necessarily have somebody who has a forward head posture, slumping shoulders. If they generally just kind of have some balance issues, you're not pulling from the head, you're not pulling from the pelvis or the rib cage or the shoulders, just right around the waist, center of gravity, and you're going to challenge their balance and their movement through multiple planes of motion with a variable vector, meaning as they move, the vector is going to change. And on top of it, this is a progressive resistance. So the further they get away from it, the harder it is, the closer they get, the easier it is, and you get that continual change in resistance as they're moving. So you really fire off a lot of neurology, and they usually feel a big difference when they get out of the equipment and start moving around because of the way it challenges them. So go ahead and just walk backwards for me and forwards. So you can just kind of watch them, train them to, you can link these up so they can walk even farther, so you can get more of a gait activation with them and watch them. Then you can start adding in multiplanar movement. So go ahead and start heading off to the side. Good. And to the middle. Far side. And as their balance get better, I'll leave it to you to decide, when you may do some karaoke, some different footwork. Just for the video demonstration, I'm staying simple just with a little shuffle. Now what you can do is add some counteraction movement. So go ahead and lunge out for me and exaggerate it. Really good, good. You can have them then also perform that in multiplanar. There you go. So now our resistance is obliquely to her, so that's a unique challenge, not just moving in the sagittal plane. And the far side. And what's unique about this situation is you're training eccentrically pretty heavily. Go ahead and step back just a little bit for me and go ahead and lunge as I explain this. Because this resistance is really pulling her forward, when she steps down, she's having to control, she's having to decelerate. You're eccentrically training and helping her learn how to do that. So many ACL injuries happen, from not being able to control that deceleration movement. So that's really important. So go ahead and turn around for me. Now, because of the action of the swivel belt, it lets us have freedom of movement. Now we can do all those same things facing the other way, challenging their balance with these different angles as well. Again, engaging with some counter hand, counter leg movements. Again, you can do footwork. You can use our hurdles, our ladders, engage with all kinds of footwork while you're challenging their balance. As she gets here, she'll finish up, get back to the middle, and then she's going to change directions again. Now, we've only gone into the front, back, side to side, and so she's going to go ahead and do a couple of movements here. But you don't have to just stay in the square. You can go obliquely. We could have her head off that direction and walk and lunge. We could have her go that direction and walk and lunge. There's no limitations. You could set up dots all along the floor and have them work on coordinate and go through those different things and touch them with the feet and different things like that, all while having resistance, increasing the amount of effort they have to put in eccentrically, concentrically, and isometrically, all three. And the biggest thing I like is how much deceleration training is actually done with this. So great applications in your clinic for this piece, great applications in a box, in a gym, for warm-ups, for correcting, for corrective exercise purposes, and fall prevention.